This is my first time posting on Reddit, so forgive any errors or if the format is weird. I also can't give too many details, as my girlfriend and a lot of close friends are avid Redditors. I, 28M, have been dating my girlfriend, 27F, for 5 years. We met in college, where she was an international student. She started working after graduating, while I am currently doing a master's. Her company was sponsoring her visa until they got bought out and she got laid off. She was given a limited amount of time to find a new employer to sponsor her a new visa, and it really stressed her out. She was applying to jobs every day and did a lot of interviews, but unfortunately, she wasn't able to get an offer. She really wanted to stay since she loves the place and I would still be here in the country. While I was out with a buddy, he suggested that I sponsor her visa since we have been in a relationship for quite some time. I love her, and I didn't want to see her so stressed out. I told her about the idea. She was hesitant at first. She said she didn't want me to think that she was with me so I could be her way to a permanent residence or citizenship in the country. I wanted her to stay, and I wanted to do it. We consulted an immigration consultant and decided to do the paperwork on our own. She was the one who mostly looked into the stuff we needed to prepare. She still applied for jobs, but not as urgently as she used to. It took a while since we really had anything joint. We lived together and just split the bills on our own. She had enough saved up to be okay for a while. I had to fill out some paperwork to be her sponsor, and I felt uneasy about it. I did want her to stay, but it felt like it was too much. Eventually, she was done with her part, and all that was left was mine. I finally told her that I didn't want to go through with it. She was very upset and asked why. I told her that I suggested the idea because I didn't want to see her stressed out all the time and that I eventually realized that I shouldn't have to be responsible for her. We had a long talk where I told her that I still wanted to be in a relationship with her, but I just didn't want to be forced to be responsible for her. She said she felt very hurt by what I said. Things changed, and she didn't really talk to me after. She kept applying for jobs and attending interviews, but eventually her visa expired. Before she left, I told her I loved her and that I would really want her to come back. However, she told me that she sees me differently after the things I told her. It has been a few weeks since she left. I miss her cooking, her presence, and being able to spend time with her. I still want a future with her. However, our close friends have been telling me that I am an asshole. I disagree, and I think they are biased. So, here I am asking what Reddit thinks. Ida? Edit. I have read through a lot of comments, and everyone seems to think I'm the here. To those asking what my responsibilities would be, I would have to be financially responsible for her for 3 years. If she gets any government assistance or social welfare, I would have to pay it back. I also can't sponsor anyone else until the next 3 years have passed. Also, I listed what I missed about her in no particular order. I listed that I miss her cooking first, but that doesn't mean I don't miss her. To the people who said I'm probably an immigrant too, what does that have to do with anything? My parents moved to where we are now, so here I am. I still stand by what I said. No one I know has to do anything like this. It just doesn't feel normal. I would want to eventually have a home with her, but I don't think anyone should have to be responsible for another person's decisions or their circumstances. It's just gaslighting if you convince someone that they should be. I don't know if anyone will see this edit since it has been a few days. I have updates, so I'll probably do a separate post about it when I have time. Update 1. I couldn't reply to everyone who commented on my last post, and there were many people who DM'd me, including asking for an update. The general consensus was that I was the asshole. I will just address a lot of the things here, including what happened after my first post. Update. I talked to her over the weekend. She didn't have time to sell her car before leaving, so she contacted me, saying she had done some paperwork to transfer the car to me. I do understand that she felt hurt, so I told her that I would buy a plane ticket to go see her. She had never once gone back to her home country after moving away, so I've never visited her home country. I wanted to show that I am very serious about her and that I am still committed, so I wanted to fly over to visit and talk things out. She immediately turned me down, saying that flight tickets are expensive and that I still have work. I begged her to let me, and she eventually said that she couldn't forget the stuff that happened and that she couldn't come back from it. I explained my side again and said that while I understand that she is hurt, I shouldn't be forced to take responsibility for her, and that I hoped she would be understanding of that. The conversation was long. She said she could never trust me again. She said I never saw a future with her from the start and that I abandoned her. She said it wasn't just about the sponsorship, it played a big part in it. In the end, she told me that she still loved me, but she didn't think we should be together. To clarify a couple of things. 1. Why I didn't want to go through with sponsoring her, I would have to be financially responsible for her for 3 years. If she gets any government assistance or social welfare, I would have to pay it back. I also can't sponsor anyone else until the next 3 years have passed. 2. Even though I listed that I missed her cooking first, that doesn't mean that that was the first thing I missed about her. I was just listing it out without thinking about a particular order, and yes, I did miss her terribly. 3. To those who commented and messaged me saying that I am an immigrant, I don't know what that has to do with anything. My parents moved to where I am now, so yeah. 4. Yes, no one I know has to do anything like this. No one I know has to make the decision of whether or not to sponsor a visa. I don't think it's fair for anyone to have to take on this much responsibility, and saying that they should feels like gaslighting. Relationships shouldn't be this hard, and having to do something like that doesn't feel normal. For those of you who called me an asshole, how many of you actually have to make a decision like I did? How many of you would actually go through with sponsoring a partner's visa? Update 2. I've, 28 meters, posted before about my ex-girlfriend, 27F, and why we broke up, so I won't get into that here. We dated for almost 5 years before we broke up. A couple of weeks ago, I received a sum of money from my ex-girlfriend. This happened while I was sleeping, as we were in different time zones, so I only saw it when I woke up. A message was included with the deposit that said, "Hope this helps pay off some student loans." It wasn't a huge sum but still significant, so I tried to contact her, but I couldn't reach her. Fast forward to last week. A mutual friend of ours wanted to check up on how she was doing, but they couldn't reach her either. They Google searched her name and the country she was in, and through Google Translate, they found out that she committed suicide. No one knows exactly when she died, but most probably soon after she sent me the money, and no one could find anything about a funeral either. She wasn't close to her family and didn't have that many family members in her country. Other friends found out about it too, and since then, everyone has been blaming me for her death. Obviously, I'm devastated by it too. However, I think it's unfair for people to say that I'm the reason she killed herself or that I could have helped her. She's had depression before when we were dating, and I've always managed to get her to get over it, but problems still do come up from time to time. She was also the one who broke up with me after I tried to make things work. This incident has very negatively impacted my relationship with my friends, as I work with some of them in school. Some of my very close friends have also stopped talking to me. What do I do? How do I convince them that it wasn't my fault, and how do I get my friends to treat me normally again? This has been ongoing for 2+ years. Girlfriend has gained about 40 to 50 pounds in that time. She lost her job 2 years ago, and in that time of unemployment she gained 20 pounds. I know there was stress and self-esteem, but financially we were fine. I took care of substantial portion of mortgage. She owns home, we got together after she bought, and I bought all groceries, apps, etc. During this time I did try to get her to go to gym with me or even on her own, but there was always excuses. I go too early, before work, or she's too tired later in the day. During the day she doesn't want to go alone. Okay, fine, but she's just living a sedentary life. She eventually gets a new job, a great job, and it's work from home. Her self-esteem is back, she has friends and sees her family. But she gains another 20 pounds in the last year. She still does not do anything to change this. I value her as a partner. I like her company and think she is a good person. But she says her love language is physical touch, and I am not interested in touching or being physical with her. So that has caused quite some problems with us. It hurts her feelings, but what am I supposed to do? Force myself to be physical with someone I'm not physically attracted to? I still take her out, still hang out, joke, have conversations. But I don't want to bang with her. I don't expect perfection. I am attracted to an array of people all shapes and sizes. But her weight gain has been a turnoff for me.